You can make tanks with the tank designer that are better than any tank that exists in the world. But the best tank in the world is useless if it breaks down on the way to the battlefield, right?
As part of No Step Back, we will be including a very varied tank designer, letting you customize the abilities of your armored vehicles. The scope of it is extremely impressive, and you should be able to reproduce any historical tank as well as investigate all manner of different tanks to fit your purposes. Alongside this, we're also including the ability to construct or recommission railway artillery. They will possess unique abilities for assaulting and taking down forts and entrenched enemies.
Well, the idea behind the tank designer is that, as the name implies, you design your own tanks. Fundamentally, you select a chassis, be it light tank, medium tank, heavy tank, and then you add modules to it like a gun or radio.
After the popularity of the ship designer, we felt it was a natural path towards including a tank designer with a lot of complementary tools for creating vehicles to focus on specific situations. Flame tanks, amphibious tanks, all manner of different things.
The railway guns are something to give you an extra punch against enemy fortifications or enemies that are very dug in. You can research armored trains, and from there you can research railway guns, build them, and then move them, as the name implies, through the railway system. You can attach them to armies, so they directly support armies in combat. If you're trying to push through the Maginot Line, for example, as Germany, having a couple of railway guns attached to your army really helps. The changes that the tank designer and the railway guns bring to the game is that it makes combat a lot more mobile, a lot more fluid. So we're hoping that it's going to make the actual warfighting, particularly on the Eastern Front, a lot closer to what happened historically.
Our community expect a great level of customization, and customizing your military is of course the most relevant to a military simulation or war game. We've really focused on bringing more tools to the player to be able to create their own identity for their military.